Hi everyone. This is going to be a quick one. I just know that a lot of people have been waiting for this decision. Um, so let's talk about it. Okay, one second. Let me fix my light so you can see me. There you go. I'm a little clearer, right? Okay, this box is my water. All right, one second. Let me go live. I think I need to like manually go live on Instagram. How is everybody? Okay, let me check. Hi, Beth. Wait, okay. Oh, there's a lot of you, even though it's very late. Michelle, Walter. Okay, one second. Beth, Deet, Layla, Trang, Marina, Miranda, the Bio Explorer, Carla Girl, Share Your Love, Gigi, Veruca, Starburst, Fucari, Gigi, the Bio Explorer. Hi, Leia, Carolyn, I think I said hi to Leila already. Oh, Valentina, Marina, me too, PZ, Madeline, Salma, Eva, Callie, Beth, Faiza, Sam L. Hi. I think for Sam L, the later I go online, the better for him. Jean, Shaya, Sylvia P, Roxani, Kathy, Lava. Debak is here and he is crawling out of his bed and coming here. Adriana, he's gonna insist on appearing in a bit. He's already on my staring at me. Shelling, Carol Faye, Beth, Sarala. There's a lot of you. Liva, Saskia, Lara. Here we go. Okay. Okay. Hi. Say hi to me. Say hi. We have good news today to share to everybody. Hmm? Good news. Sugar Rush, Marvelous, Katie, Angel Star, Me Too, Elizabeth, Aubrey, Diana, Cute, Jostna, uh, Aileen, Ray, Trisha, stream Mona Lisa. She's saying, Marlan, we should stream Mona Lisa. Marianne, Patricia, Beth from Cali, Dodger Girl, sees one. Quick and easy care with SKI, TLT. There's a lot of you. Delanere, Florence, Banglet is on X. Christina, Steph B, Rona, Bryna, W gone, we gone. Leia, Marvelous, Roxani, Lotus Bloom, Suvi, Isabel Joyce, Marina, Joanne, Nympha, Dulcir, Faiza, Lara, Johnny. There's a lot of you. Oh my God. Barbara, Lindsay, the Jacks, Wong, Emilia, P, Faith. Dewak, they're saying hi to you. Greevy, Tracy, Elena, Steph B. Cute. Oh no, Nina, Tracy Dode, Sugar Rush. Okay, Julie, I think that's it. Oh, G6. Okay, Selma, Yechan, Richard. Why are you reading it? It's just a habit. I like saying hi to everybody. Arlinda, Sheila, Lawrence. Maybe when a time comes when it's just like 5,000, I won't be able to read all the names. But everybody who wants to say hi, I kind of want to say hi back. Eskusgi, Pia, Kemuning, Rita, Cecile. Okay, I think that's it. C Luz, C Mitz MG, Joanna, Marina, Okay, I think that's it. And Dan and Elk, Dan, Kim. uh, okay, yeah, I think that's everybody. Existing psychology, miso soup. Okay, so Adore wins. So the court said, for the moment, not for the moment, I guess, unless the higher court actually reverses the decision. Do remember that there is a main lawsuit that Adore actually filed, and that lawsuit aims to uphold the contract, the exclusive contract of New Jeans. This one is to just prevent them from doing any kind of activity outside of a door unless it is through a door until the decision of the court in reference to the main contract is handed down. Okay. So this is kind of like the bridge. They have a bigger case, and that case is currently in process. So that case will decide whether or not the contract can be implemented, or if New Jeans chooses to not renew the contract to get out of Adore, to get out of the contract, then they need to pay a fine. That's the main contract. Now, while that is being heard, because that can take up to 2 or 3 years, that is while that is being heard, this injunction is to just make sure that they will not be able to do any activity outside of Adore or through Adore. Everything has to go through Adore. That's basically what they're saying. Now, what about complex con? They can continue complex con, but everything will have to be coursed through Adore. That is what the court is saying. Like you can't work independently. The court is not saying you cannot work, period. The court is saying you cannot work independently. It has to be through Adore. So if you hear anything about Hive. Sorry, I'm actually feeling a little down today, so but okay, I'm getting there. I'm trying to perk myself up. So, um, so Adore, if you hear anything about Hive or Adore trying to prevent them from working, that is not what the case is. That is not what the decision is. The decision is actually just telling New Jeans you cannot work unless it is through Adore. You will have to uphold the contract until the main case is actually decided on. But isn't complex con not through Adore? So that's actually one of the revelation of the case. I think that's one of the turning point of the case, is that Adore, the lawyer, when the judge asked Adore, so this is that question. What happens if they work at complex con independently anyway? They cannot. Then if they do anything outside of Adore, then Adore can sue. So that's breach. So they shouldn't. I think they really shouldn't. I mean, that's just crazy if they do that. Um, so I think that's one of the revelation during the hearing, is that when the judge asked them, the lawyers of New Jeans, if they signed the contract or who signed the contract with Complex Con, the lawyer of New Jeans responded they are not yet in the position where they can sign a contract. And I think that was one of the turning points of the case, because it seemed like they admitted that they can't sign the contract, right? So it's like, oh, so it is valid. You recognize the validity of the contract because you're not signing the contract. That you're recognizing the validity of the contract with Adore because you're not signing any contract outside of Adore. So that's one. Now, if they do anything outside of Adore, then there will be legal consequences. So Adore can now say they can now sue them. Now, um, this is here. I'll share with you one of the articles that came out. Where is that? Is this it? Okay, so there are now several wait. So there is a comment. Wait, maybe I'll find it here. So sorry, I'm not as prepared because it's so sudden. Um, okay, here. All right. Share this tab. So here, according to one music industry insider, quote unquote, they said, I think it's fortunate that the decision was accepted from the agency's perspective. This case was very important in terms of the validity of exclusive contracts. So they are very welcoming of this decision. Up until now, the courts have generally sided with artists. So this is a very unusual decision. So did you see that? Did you see what I was did you see what I was sharing? No, you didn't see how. Wait, okay. What was that? I think here. Okay, here. Elaine, I wasn't planning on doing it. It's just that the decision was published, and so I decided, okay, let's just come here. And as I'm feeling actually a little down, so I'm not my usual perky self, but I'm trying to work my way into that. So just please bear with me. I'm trying to be present. Okay, I'm trying to be present. All right. So this is an article that was published in E News in MBC. It's a publication of MBC. And so this is the statement regarding the court's decision. One music industry insider said, "I think it's fortunate that the decision was accepted from the agency's perspective. This case was a very important case in terms of the validity of exclusive contracts." So the Music Insider added, up until now, the courts have generally sided with artists. So this is a very unusual decision because so that was one of the things that a lot of people had in their minds when this case started. Because usually the court sides with the artist, and so when Daniel and Yerin, one of the two, made a statement and said that we do not want to go back to Adore. It was sort of it's not an ultimatum, but it was like a very, very strong statement that they were delivering to the court, saying that it doesn't matter what you say, we don't want to go back. Like we don't, it's not like it doesn't matter what the it doesn't matter why we want out. The point is that we want out. We don't want to work with them anymore. And so usually what I was anticipating when they made that final statement is that the court is going to consider that, like consider that in their decision. They probably did. And so I thought like, oh, okay, um the court is probably going to say, okay, we're just going to allow them to temporarily work, like temporarily push through with their activities until the bigger case actually gets decided on. Honestly, that's what I was anticipating was going to happen, because just like what that publication said, what that article stated, usually the court sides with the artist, because you can't, usually the court will think, oh, you can't ask people not to work, right? You can't tell them, okay, I'm not going to work. You can't do that usually. So, which they didn't do. I just want to make that clear. Even in this decision, they're not saying that they don't want New Jeans to not work. They're just saying you're going to have to work through a door. Okay, the Bio Explorer said New Jeans was just so far out of the box and the court had to uphold the contract. Yes, true. And then oh no, Nina said it's an unusual court decision. That's how you know New Jeans are have fake claims. I think so I think it's very clear that a lot of the arguments that they presented actually didn't really hold up in court. They actually ended up retracting many of the things, many of the cases, many of the points that they initially put forward, because it wasn't holding up. One of which is the ignore incident. So that they had to change because it was just not holding up. And I think I mentioned it in Patreon. um, so I talked to one lawyer, and he said that usually, in general terms, he was talking in general terms, when you present something to the court, it has to be airtight. It's either airtight or it's as good as nothing, because you're dealing with just as intelligent people on the other side. So if your story has a hole, they're gonna find it and they're gonna get you. So yeah. Okay. From Cali with love, Adore had previously stated that they would support the group doing Complex Con. That's why they reached out to them. But the group and the parents said Adore was trying to stop them from performing. Yeah, that's another thing. So I think that's another thing that the court had to consider, is that Adore actually made sure. I've mentioned this several times in my past live streams, that what Adore was essentially doing was covering their ass. Like they were pursuing brand partnerships, they were pursuing projects, the world tour, and all of those stuff, primarily because they knew that they had to prove to the court that they are, one, capable of managing new genes, second, that they are making an effort to actually give them work. Like, they cannot give the court any reason to doubt their intention and their capability. So they did a good job in that, because they continued pursuing for brand partnerships. They were like offering them this and that. They were sending them, this is just a rumor, but I heard that they were sending them cars to pick them up for whatever, for their schedules and all of those stuff. But um so I think all of those paid off, because the court kind of saw and realized that, okay, you're capable of doing it, you're doing it. It's not like they will not have any opportunity to work and earn and make a living. Beth said, um, the Adore bent over backwards to support them. So recap on the decision. The decision is very, very short, that the court sided with Adore, and they said that New Jeans will have to course work through Adore. So they cannot sign any contract, any kind of brand deals. They can't create music that is not under Adore. So they can continue to work. So that's one of the things that the court made clear. They can continue to work. They simply cannot do it directly. They will have to course it through Adore. Okay. So this is another article that came out. This is actually one of the first ones that came out. Okay, let's make it bigger. That's it. But I don't know if you see it. Let me see. Okay. KK. So a court ruled that girl group New Jeans, newly promoted under NJZ, so they can't use NJC anymore. They need to use New Jeans, which is in dispute over its exclusive contract with music agency Adore, cannot pursue independent activity. So that is very carefully worded. The court is not saying you cannot work. The court is just saying you cannot do it independently. It has to be coursed through Adore. Will the result of the main case, will the result of the injunction help in the main case? Yes, it will. And not just the result, but all the evidence, all the pieces of evidence that were provided and how the court analyzed it. So remember, one of the big words that we kept on using when we were discussing it, when it was in the early stages, is precedent, right? It's always a precedent. When the court makes a decision on something, it's always a precedent, because the court is not going to go against its own, right? That they will always refer to previous cases on how something was dealt with and whatever. So in this case, one of the major things that worked for Adore, sort of, and Hybe, is the initial decision of the court. Remember when Min Hee-jin filed for an injunction to stop Hybe from firing her. And the court said Hybe and Adore are two different companies. And you cannot, and she tried to take Adore away from Hybe, but she didn't harm Adore. And so you can't really fire her as the CEO of Adore, because she didn't harm Adore, she harmed Hybe. And so actually, Adore and Hybe used that information, that decision in this case. So when Adore was talking about the manager saying that, asking Isle to ignore Daniel and Hanny, one of the defenses or the responses of the lawyer of Adore was to say, well, we took action. Adore took action. It's just that that's a separate company. Source Music is a separate company and Hybe is a separate company, but Adore itself took action. So they used that very decision to their advantage to help them substantiate their claims. Will they be able to present in Hong Kong? So, well, yes. So the Hybe, Adore actually said that they are going to support New Jeans in everything. So that's part of the commitment that they said to the court, that they gave to the court, that they will support New Jeans. So they should, in theory, they should be able to pursue and continue with any kind of activities. They're gonna have to shut down their social media accounts that they opened unless Adore actually agreed to keep it open. So yeah, okay. Posted the Instagram that they will still be performing. They will still perform, but it has to be coursed through Adore, so they can't sign any kind of contract. Yeah. So yes, so they can legally perform at Complex Con as long as it goes through Adore. Yeah. So they can pursue any kind of activities for as long as they course it through Adore. So they can't actually sign any contract that has to be coursed through Adore. Will they, however, comply with the court? They are adamant about not working with Adore. Um, so they always have the option of not complying with the court. They will just have to face legal consequences. That's it. I mean, if they don't follow the court, then this court's decision, then Adore can actually sue them because the court already told you can't. Like that's the court. That's the court. You have to follow it. If you don't, then there are going to be legal consequences. So I'm not going to put it past them to not follow what the courts told them to do, but you don't want to do that. You're going to have to comply. I hear that they also have to cover injunction cost for Adore. Usually, that's what happens. Although my guess is that Adore is going to offer it as one of their peace offering to not cover the legal cost. Okay. Can they file objection to the injunction? Will the objection suspend the decision? No, it will not suspend the decision, but they can file an objection. They can counter. They can always do that. They can counter, but it will not suspend the decision. Fire Butterfly BTS. Okay. But the girls cannot debut a new song. They can for as long as it is under they can do anything for as long as it is through Adore. For as long as Adore agrees to it, any check goes to Adore through Adore, to Adore, and through Adore, that should be okay. Will this mean their account will be shut down? It should, unless Adore agrees to keep it open. So Adore can say, okay, we can keep it open, but we're going to have to rename everything and we're going to have to control it. Yeah. I woke up from a nightmare about sugar. Oh my God. Kind of want to hear just, I'm really feeling down. So I just hear like good news. Um, so okay, pistols. They said that that's when they would do beforehand. Not sure if they will actually follow on it though. Okay, thank you for the recap. Sure. Even if they will not honor this decision, those brands will not work with them knowing the court ordered this. Were the girls present in court? I don't think they were. Uh, oh wait. So one of the no, I don't think they were. I don't think they were. So this is another share this tab. Okay. So this is another article that was published in relation to the decision. So the members of can you see it clearly? I can make it bigger. The members of New Jeans remain under an exclusive contract with Adore. Engaging in independent entertainment or commercial activity is inappropriate under the terms of their agreement. Okay. In a statement, the NJZ members expressed disappointment with both Adore and parent company Hybe, saying, "We tried to end things peacefully, but after seeing Adore and Hybe act inappropriately and harm not only us but others as well, we've decided to no longer remain silent." Oh, this was before. Okay, so that's another article. Let me see. So the presiding judge is Kim Sang Hoon. That is the name of the judge that granted the decision. Okay. Will NJ appeal? Most likely, probably they will most likely appear. But as of now, I mean, to all of you, if the court tells you to do something, you're gonna have to say, you need to do that. You need to follow the court. I mean, don't say bye. Say hi. Say bye bye to everybody. Okay. I kind of like hugging him right now. I'm really feeling so down. Okay. So I hope brands will respect the court. Want to go down? Say bye bye to everybody first. Tell them I'm gonna sleep. So his favorite bed is the one actually under my bed. So when I'm not on my bed yet, that's where he goes. And then he has about one, two, three, four beds in the house. It's a very small house, but it has four beds. That doesn't even include my bed and my mom's bed, where he also sleeps. I love you. Okay. Say bye bye to everybody. Say bye bye. Say bye bye. Okay. You keep on changing your mind. Okay, let's read some more comment. Bye bye, Deba. Or say bye bye. Bye bye. MHJ, this is funny. This is funny. MHJ can contribute her 180 that she won to the Adore legal fees to help them out. So yesterday, Minhijin actually won a case. So she sued several people for defamation, people that were leaving comments online against her, cursing her and stuff like that. And the court granted her several wins, and so they asked some of those people to actually pay a fine, anywhere between $50 to about 85 $90. And I think four people were asked to pay a fine of that amount, and then the other four were let go. So G6, you can talk to us. It's actually it's not about me, so I can't talk to you about it because it's not about me. Yeah. So yeah, if it's about me, I'll probably just say it. But Fire Butterfly said, thank you. Super chat. Hey, for whatever you want to spend this on, ice cream or concert support. Debak is so cute. Yeah, he doesn't wanna. I think he kind of feels that I'm a little down, so he doesn't want to go. He doesn't want to go back to his bed. What about Hani's visa? So now one of the advantages is that, so apparently she was in G13 visa, something like that. The visa that she was holding was for those that are going through some court cases. That's the kind of visa that she was granted. And now that the court actually said, okay, well, you're gonna have to you're gonna have to work with the door, they can apply for her visa again. So yeah, she's kind of like he doesn't want to go down. Angel Star, thank you. Oh, Deba, you have money to buy treats. So tomorrow you just tell me what you like and I will buy it for you. Okay? Thank you, Angel Star. I hope you feel better. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I kind of like holding him right now. Would Adore go after Vogue, who printed NJZ? Um, would they? I don't think they would. I think they would want to retain, sort of preserve their relationship with this publications, because you still kind of need them for other idols, that for the other idols that they have signed under the labels under Hype, right? So this is what you call like corporate politics. Right? I mean, for us, we're like, I'm going to sue you for what you did. But then also, you kind of have to think about the relationship, the working relationship that you have with them. So you don't want to burn the bridge. You want to keep it open. And if I were in their position, I would just probably use it to my advantage. I'm like, okay, I am not going to sue your ass, but you're going to have to do something else for me, something like that. Okay. You want to leave mommy here? Okay. Yeah. I think bunnies should pay the penalties they can contribute. Someone was actually starting a fundraising. I don't know if they actually started a fundraising, but um, they started a well, someone was sort of campaigning for the idea for bunnies to raise money, and they were like, oh, if they said that there are 100 million of them, and so if each person will contribute $1, they will be able to cover 100 million of that. And so if the court asks them to do, you know to pay 5 million, then they will just have to contribute $5, and then that's between. Okay, that's what I read online. Sarah, thank you. Thank you. Sorry, here, Sarah, thank you. Please treat yourself today. Thank you. Thank you. I will. Maybe some. The thing is that I'm actually not big on sweets. I'm more a coffee person. Maybe pastries to go with the coffee or something like that. Okay. Okay. So, thank you. Do you think the dancers and other staff who quit will come back since they care so much for the girls? I don't think they will. It will be, at this stage, I will pay to be a wallpaper in that office, because it's going to be so interesting how people are gonna, like, if you're somebody, all of those dancers who contributed to this mess, right? Remember that dancer who started like accusing Isle It of, or at least the choreographers of Isle It, of copying her and whatever, and then netizens actually came out with an proof, with receipts, that all the things, the routine that she choreographed for New Jeans were actually also just copied from other dancers, the Cat Daddy and all of those stuff. I mean, would you come back? Right after what you did, after the mess that you started? I'd be very, very interested to see what's going to happen. The other thing is that Adore, in the interest of winning the bigger case, Adore can't slack off now that the court actually sided with them. Um, they will actually have to work even harder to give New Jeans projects and breaks, because in the bigger case, they're going to have to present that as evidence that they didn't slack off, that they gave everything that they can in order to give New Jeans the best shot that they can have, to better their career. So that's actually the interesting thing. Because someone actually, one of you asked me last week, like, would would I mean, if you were in the position, the person was asking me, like, if you were in the position of Adore or Hype, do you want them back? And I'm like, no, I don't want them back. I just want them to pay the penalty and then leave, because that's like, how can I trust you after everything that you've done? How can I trust you? So it's interesting how they're actually going to be playing this game. Like, you know, maybe in the end, maybe they know that in the bigger case, that main case that they filed, that Nugent is actually just going to ask the court, set us free from the contract and we will just pay the fine. And maybe that's what they really are gunning for that main contract to be the deciding factor for the that contract to actually decide how much penalty the girls are going to pay. Okay. um won't they have to be isolated to keep them from bullying people at Hive? I think there's going to be some measures on how to make sure that um, other groups don't get, specifically the ones that um, okay, specifically the ones multi-stand. Thank you. So the last photo you showed yesterday was so epic. Thank you. Someone called me out on this. They were like, "You're sexualizing sugar." Um, and then thank you, thank you, Iryu Asada, Iryu Asada 77. Okay, 777. Okay, all right. So I think it is, but expected for Hyde to actually take measures on how to make sure that they are also going to be protecting the other groups, right? Um, so so I think that's a reasonable expectation. I am sure that this has already been discussed by by other by the CEOs on what they're going to be doing. Now, this is one thing as well. Another thing that we do need to consider, maybe for Adore, um, maybe there is going to be an attempt to reintegrate them to society, to sort of have them mingle with the other groups, to try and see maybe they can shake themselves out of whatever they were in. Because remember, Minijin sort of made them a copy of her, right? She's very isolated, very antisocial. Um, so so I think maybe there might be an effort to try and sort of have them work with other groups and stuff like that. Okay, so Dan Kim said we that New Jeans actually published a statement. NJZ, we at NJZ respect the court's decision, yet they use the name NJZ. Hi, Team Esprit d'Air. So yeah, I think let's consider that maybe they are going to make an effort to try and have New Jeans reintegrate into the system. The other thing is that we shouldn't, we shouldn't, um, I'm trying to look for the right word. We shouldn't underestimate, I guess. We shouldn't underestimate the capacity of people for compassion. So maybe other groups will also want to give it a try. Like maybe, like for example, I know that uh, Yunjin was very close to the members of New Jeans because she trained with them, right? And even when this case was going on, she was actually spending time with them. One of the members, I think it was Daniel. It was Daniel, where they actually went out and like Daniel and she were actually talking about it in their live stream and stuff like that. So they were friends. They were really friends. And so I think that's probably one of the reasons Yunjin was really hit hard by the entire thing, because she was very, very, very close to the girls because she trained with them. And so let us not also underestimate their capacity for forgiveness and for compassion. Maybe some of them are going to say, okay, we're going to try, we're going to try. So maybe that's another thing. I don't want to see anyone doing a dance challenge with them. Wani, oh, Wani, my favorite. Wani danced to High Boy in her audition. Eyelit are fans. Yes, yeah, they are fans. Um, we still, where is that comment? We still need to keep watch of Min Hee Jin. Where is that? There. Angel Star said we still need to keep our guards up on Mama Roach. So Miss Irrelevant. Irrelevant Roach is what I said I was gonna call her. So I might get fined $50. So okay, so I am sure as well that the CEO of Adore and other executives of Hive will also take measures to make sure that whatever new genes can access won't compromise any other groups. I'm sure there, I mean, right? I mean, if I am in their, I mean, I'm not even working for Hive, but I'm already thinking about these things. I'm sure they are too. I'm sure they are as well. There's a lot more bright, intelligent, more experienced people in that company. I'm sure that they're thinking about that, right? That, okay, they're back in the building. You don't want them to be accessing things that could compromise other groups or could compromise the company for that matter. Okay. Okay, I like seeing happy comments to perk me up. Okay, it's such a happy day for vindication, though I think the old pants will defy the court, which if the case, I would love to know what will then happen. Well, I haven't looked at their Instagram, but apparently they said that they respect the decision of the court. So it looks like they're going to comply. At least that's what they're claiming. So we don't know what they're going to be doing. So, they might say, okay, we don't want to stay in that building, or I actually don't want them back in the building, quite honestly. Like, can you just, they already seem to have a rehearsal studio. So if they want to stay there, then they can stay there. Yes, JK was supportive and then they showed it back in his face. Okay. I wish all good things for JK. All good things. They need, okay, I didn't, Grevi said she didn't find a post. So Dan Kim said that it's in their account, Instagram account. Debbie said for our sweet pop. Thank you, Debbie. I don't know if you saw. Were you here earlier? He was here, so he actually stayed a little longer this time to give me a hug. But thank you. So now he has more treats. So tomorrow it's his schedule to go to his store, so I can buy him some treats. I just can't. I will never be a fan of New Jeans, and I'm just so disappointed in them. I also don't think I can like listen to their songs again. I don't think I can. Um, but I want to take my cue from other artists in Hype. As I've said, let's not underestimate people's capacity for compassion. So maybe I'm not saying they will, but I'm just saying that that's one of the things that we do need to consider, that maybe some of them are going to try and reach out. The other thing is that we also need to consider the fact that maybe Adore is going to try and reintegrate them to Hive, to other with other groups. Maybe that's one of the things that they honestly humanly want to try, or also maybe they want to use that as an evidence for the bigger case. Yeah. Okay. Oh my god, 1000. Oh my god, I did not realize. I was just like, I'm actually looking at the comments. So the counter for the views is actually on my left side, and then on my other side. You're on my right, so all the comments are on my, and then the counter for the views is actually on the left. So I didn't notice, but thank you. Okay, congratulations, thank you. Okay, so is there anything that's really the only reason I went live? But if there's anything else that you want to discuss, any questions that you want me to answer, I mean, I as of now I know just as much as you do. 1004 angel stars. Okay, maybe some of these are um, fans of like bunnies that are waiting for me to say something. Okay, half of them must be Tokis. Yeah, where is that? Okay, half of them must be Tokis. Yeah, because I remember the last time they were like, "Oh, there's so many Tokis here." So as of now, I know just as much as you do. Let me see if anything came out. Okay, so here they issued a statement. Let's I'm gonna share this. All right, do you see it? You see, okay, so hello, this is NJZ. Today, the court has issued a ruling on the injunction. We at NJZ respect the court's decision. However, we believe that this ruling did not fully take into account the fact that the members' trust in Adore has been completely shattered. Due to the nature of the injunction relief, which requires swift action, the decision was made in just about 2 weeks after hearing on March 7, leaving us with insufficient opportunity to fully present the specific facts to the court. Okay. Additionally, due to information asymmetry, Adore and Hive have access to all information regarding the members' entertainment activities, whereas the members must individually reach out to various parties to request information. The pressure and fear of retaliation associated with being involved in the lawsuit have also made it very difficult for people to cooperate. We plan to challenge the injunction, so that answers your question on whether they're going to appeal the case. Um, we plan to challenge the today's injunction ruling through an objection procedure, raising additional legal issues and supplementing our support evidence as much as possible in the process. Most importantly, the members faithfully fulfill their contract obligation up until the point of termination and bear no fault. Whereas Adore and its parent company Hive have continuously subjected them to unfair and discriminatory treatment, destroying their trust. It is only a matter of time before the truth becomes clear. An injunction is only a temporary decision. A main lawsuit is also ongoing to determine the validity of the exclusive contract, and the hearing. Wait, I just want to make sure that you're actually seeing what I'm seeing. Okay. Um, Let me reshare. There. You see it? Everybody sees my screen? Yes. Not seeing. Okay. So you see it now. So, okay, so I'll start from here. We plan to challenge today's injunction ruling through an objection procedure, raising additional legal issues and supplementing our supporting evidence as much as possible in the process. Most importantly, the members faithfully fulfill their contract obligations up until the point of termination and bear no fault. Whereas Adore and its parent company Hive have continuously subjected them to unfair and discriminatory treatment, destroying their trust. It is only a matter of time before the truth becomes clear. An injunction is only a temporary decision. A main lawsuit is ongoing to determine the validity of the exclusive contract, and at the hearing scheduled for April 3, we will once again assert that the contract was lawfully terminated. Unlike in the injunction process, the main lawsuit allows for broader use of civil litigation procedure to obtain necessary evidence. which we believe will significantly strengthen the members' claim. Okay, so this may have been prepared by the law firm, probably most likely. Although the NJZ members are going through a difficult time, they are doing their best to remain composed and steadfast, keeping in mind that many fans and supporters of Bunnies and NJZ places the utmost importance of its promises to fans and is committed to giving its all in the remaining legal proceedings to be able to engage with fans in a happier and more fulfilling way. As we have repeatedly stated before, we cannot continue working with a company that has insulted our dignity and belittled our achievements. Regardless of financial matters, the reason we are pursuing legal action is to protect our values and human rights. Meanwhile, after much deliberation, we have decided to participate in complex concerts scheduled for March 23 to prevent unexpected harm to fans who are looking forward to the concert and to the many people involved in its preparation. We ask for your continued support and encouragement as we move forward. Okay, so NJZPR as dated. Okay, and that is the statement that they issued. So I think it's pretty clear that the decision was made in just about 2 weeks after the hearing on March 7, 2025, leaving us with insufficient opportunity to fully present the specific facts of the court. Door filed injunction. um, yeah, I think, of course, of course, they're going to say anything that they can say in order to strengthen their case and sort of assert that they are not wrong. I mean, you can never admit that you are wrong in a case like this, right? So I understand, like, nothing that they said actually surprises me. I'm like, sure. I mean, no one's gonna go into the good night that easily, right? So I expected this. Dan Kim, whereas, law firm did wrong. I think maybe definitely the law firm drafted and wrote this, yeah, but I think it was released by the PR company. Best comment to that. A door never dies. um they're going to continue to show their true colors and try their best not to cooperate until they run their careers into the ground to the point of no return. So I think this is a personal, like, my personal hope, because, like, I want them. Oh, Team Esprit, thank you. Thank you. And Mona Lisa is a masterpiece. Yes, absolutely. I told everybody I was feeling down today. So it started actually, like, right after I decided to go live and posted. Something happened. It was like, okay, it threw me off. So I had to watch the music video several times to perk me up to prepare for this live. Thank you so much. Thank you. So I think what I am hoping for. Okay, so let's pull back a little bit. Um, if you are the law firm, if you're the law firm, and if you are a door, you should be, and if you're worth your salt, then you know that this is how they're going to react, right? So my guess is that they're actually very prepared for this one already. So they know that this is how they're going to be responding, and that New Jeans is going to that there's a huge possibility New Jeans will still not want to work with them. So my hope is that this is just their way of making sure that their assets are covered, so that in the main lawsuit they can prove to the court that that as soon as the court rendered that decision, that they've started, like, giving them opportunities, assisting them, helping them. And I think they're going to document everything, so that when it is time for the main lawsuit to be heard, that they have all these pieces of evidence proving that they didn't fall short in their promise to make sure that they help New Jeans. So that's one possibility. That's one of the many possibilities that we need to think of. Okay. Won't the company start pulling away from them now? because a door can now go after who touches them. Companies meaning brands, you mean? So I think, I mean, for other brands, I think what's going to happen is that they're going to. Um, I think it's pretty simple that they're just going to have to work through a door if they want new jeans. They're just going to have to work through a door. And then others, I think, as I've mentioned earlier, like for example, for Vogue or for magazines who started using NJZ, I think if I were a door and Hive, I won't sue them, but I am going to make it very, very clear that the only reason that they owe me and use it to my advantage for any business in the future. Ophelia is saying, see you all, have a good night. I wonder if Complex Con people will still don't want to get in the middle of this mess. Maybe they'll retract the invitation. Or maybe they just want to tell Adore, okay, we're gonna course everything through you. Yeah. Dominique. Oh, where's that? Dominic, Dom. The nature of the lawsuit had sudden urgency, meaning they barely had time to gain evidence. Who? No jeans? That's what Nugent is saying. Yes, that they didn't have time to gather evidence. They're also saying because Adore and Hybe had access to some people and some information, it was harder for them to get the evidence that they needed. But yeah, Patricia said Complex Con should think twice, or as I've said, they can just course it through a door. All in good. I mean, I wouldn't why would I mean if I'm Complex Con, why would I get myself into this mess? Like if you committed yourself to perform in this festival, then the court say I have to course it through a door, so I'll just course it through a door. Unless they have like a personal, do they have a dog in this fight? They don't have a dog in this fight, right? I don't think they have a dog in this fight. So why make a mess out of it? Just you know. The court said the court's injunction only applies within South Korea and has no legal binding overseas. If the contract doesn't restrict overseas activities, I think that's why they chose Hong Kong. Okay, so if you watched my interview with Ken, with the lawyer, with which I aired not this last Monday, but the other Monday. So Ken Sterling is the name. So if you go to my channel, you can search for that interview. I now do interviews and I publish them every Monday. So I interview industry experts or professionals or actual artists. So one of the things that he said is that there is a Hague Convention in which South Korea is a member of. So in this Hague Convention, Hague is the name of a place in Netherlands, and they named it Hague Convention because that's where they signed the agreement in Hague, in that convention that was held in Hague. So the Hague Convention, um, uh, okay, all right. So okay, so can you concentrate on me? Okay. Dominique. Okay. Um, I'm gonna put you on timeout. I'm not gonna block you, but I'm gonna put you on timeout. Okay. All right. I'm gonna put you on timeout. So, do you still see him? He's on timeout, so you shouldn't be seeing him for a while. All right. So, according to the Hague Convention, so this is an agreement between different countries, and on that agreement, they all agreed that they are going to uphold contracts of companies with other vendors or other artists, specifically in the entertainment. Let's just focus on the entertainment industry because there's other things that were covered on that. not just entertainment, but for entertainment companies are going to actually honor the contracts of a management company and an artist in all of these countries. So even if it was just executed um, in, for example, South Korea, they will uphold that contract in the US, in Europe, in other countries, because to protect their own. So it's mutual. So that if other artists, for example, this is just an example, okay? This is just an example. So, for example, in the US, an artist signed a contract with a management company based in the US. South Korea, because they are all members of the Hague Convention, will uphold that contract, that they will honor that contract, so that if it becomes reciprocal, if there are artists that sign a contract with a management company in South Korea, and then the artist, for example, goes to the US to try and do business there, then the US is going to say, well, sorry, no, according to the agreement that we signed, you can't do that, because you have a contract here, you sign a contract with a management company. So that's what the the Hague Convention is. That's what the Hague Convention is. So um this that I said that because it was in response to that thing that the bunnies were trying to claim, that the contract only is upheld in South Korea. It isn't. So any country that is a member of that Hague Convention will honor the contracts within the member countries. Does that make sense? Okay. All right. So the reason I did not ban Dominique um, altogether is that he's not really, he's very strong about his belief, and he's here to fight for new jeans. And I mean, it's very strongly worded, but he wasn't disrespecting anybody. So I feel like he should be allowed to say his piece, and you guys should also be allowed to say your piece. Like, you all should be allowed to actually respond to him, especially because he went here in, you know to discuss with us. So it's part of his freedom. We have to respect his freedom to express himself, but also along with that freedom is the expectation that you guys can respond. So I just put him in timeout so that I can finish my what I was explaining about the Hague Convention, and so that I can explain why I did not ban him. So I didn't ban him because I didn't see any uh of like, not, I mean, sure, it may be offensive, but it wasn't like explicit. It wasn't cursing anybody. So I think, it's freedom of expression. Okay, Lindsay said, "You work so hard and take ridiculous criticisms with such grace. I don't know how you do it, but please remember your own self care." Thank you. Thank you. Um, I think it's part of it. Actually, part of the reason I was kind of down, I can't tell you what it is because it does not involve me directly, but part of the reason I was down is someone that I admire was kind of looking for the word, but something bad kind of happened to them, caused by somebody else. So to a certain degree, I feel like if you're a public figure, just like what Ken was explaining in that in my interview with him, rules change when you're a public figure, right? Like, and he was actually one. That's one of the things that we were discussing off cam after the interview was done. He was saying like, oh, now that your subscriber base is growing, or just because he's also a talent manager. He's managing. I don't know if you watch Shark Tank, but he manages Mr. Wonderful. So it was like saying you're gonna have to like be ready that people are gonna come after you, and stuff like that. And if you're very strong in your belief, then you're gonna have to accept the fact that along with your freedom to express what you feel is also other people's freedom to express to you how they feel about you. And and you're going to, like he said, that you're going to receive a lot of degrading messages, but degrading doesn't always equal defamation, defamatory. So derogatory isn't always defamatory. And so he said, you're gonna have to like have a thicker skin. So and that's fine. Like I know that. Um, I I've been working in the entertainment industry off cam, but but I kind of know what they go through, what celebrities go through, or people on cam or go through. So I get that. It's just that there should still be a limit, right? There should still be a limit. Like, yeah, I feel like even in any kind of a battle, there should still be some some lines that people shouldn't be crossing. So I guess that's why I kind of felt down, because that person that I really respect, something bad happened to her, to that person, caused by somebody else. So okay. Will they be able to perform? Oh, Fire Butterfly said, everyone like the video. Yes, please like the video. Oh my God, seven. How many viewers are there on on YouTube? So on my counter, it says 1700, but I think it counts everybody, even those that are off already. Like, yeah. Okay. So yeah, please like the video. Will they be able to perform their new song in Complex Con? I don't think that was produced under Adore. They will be able to perform if Adore actually agrees with that. So yes, they can if Adore agrees. Hi boy is on now. Okay. Danji said, I want you to know if you will touch on Hybe's acquisition of Confirm 360, because remember we touched on the Ticketmaster thing, and I think they will sell tickets now. Oh yeah, so Hybe acquired Confirm 360. So Confirm 360, I'll show you there. Wait a minute. This is big because all the problems that we're encountering with ticketing with Ticketmaster. It's all because they suck. Ticketmaster sucks. Um, so I will close some of the websites that I have open because I've already shown them to you. Okay. So share this tab. Wait, I want to make sure that you're actually seeing what I'm showing. Okay. So Confirm 360, they claim to have they offer elevated event experiences, and that includes VIP ticketing. That's what they initially said. So so many anticipated that they are going to expand their services to actually offer ticketing for concerts of Hybe, artists, or artists under Hybe, or artists that will allow Hybe to manage their tour. So um, now, for I don't know if Confirm 360 has the technical capacity to actually do what Ticketmaster is doing in that in that in that how I mean in that scale, right? Because Ticketmaster can sell like in Europe and whatever, and they can serve so many more people. Now, Confirm 360 can sell tickets, but for now they do smaller events, because the bigger events are actually handled by Ticketmaster. So now that they were acquired by Hybe, then probably they're going to expand their capacity. But it's a good sign. Like this could be good. This could mean that Hybe is going to directly sell tickets to the fans instead of having to go through Ticketmaster. So Steph B says, hi, I have to go to work. Bye. Thank you, Steph. Be careful driving or in your commute. And I hope you have a good day at work. Okay, so now do remember though that if they do this, if they actually that's I mean, so I hope so. They still are going to have some problems. Well, every expansion has a problem, right? So one of the many problems that they are most likely going to encounter is the fact that Ticketmaster is actually owned by Live Nation, who does exactly these things that they are doing. So they don't just sell tickets; they also do the actual tour. They handle the tour, and so if they're competing with Ticketmaster, and the thing is that Live Nation has exclusive deals with certain venues. So if they go to specific venues that are in an exclusive deal with Ticketmaster, with Live Nation, then most likely they will still have to work with Live Nation some form or another. But it is a good start. It is a good start because now Ticketmaster has a competition, and it can really become a money making venture for Hive. So, but I do hope this is a good sign. That's one. It's just that let's not like over expect things from them. They're not like, it's not gonna transform anything overnight. These things take time. So, but it is a good start. Okay. All right. So I was just reading like, is there somebody speaking Spanish? So I'm like, I can't speak Spanish. So um all right. So do you have questions about this venture? Reposting, they didn't have time to get evidence. What evidence? Let's not forget it was MHJ who turned into Kakao Chat for EDV, so they had evidence. So I, I think they're just saying this because they want to, it is their way of um is their way of re-establishing their stance that they do not want to work with Adore. So so you'll just say things, right? You'll just say things that you can say that are safe. They cannot admit, and they shouldn't. I mean, if I'm their lawyer, I'm not going to allow them to admit that they are wrong. So they're just going to say something. They just need to say something. And so for now, what they actually said, saying that we are going to gather additional evidence, is kind of a safe thing to do. That's a safe statement because they can, like, with between now and whenever the next hearing is, that that could happen. They could gather some more evidence. Whether that evidence is going to be valid or if it's going to be whatever, you know, that's a different matter altogether. But at the very least, it is a safe statement. Okay. I want to work. I want to work and a staff counselor for the artist of employee. Say it. Claim it. Is it temporary? What is temporary? The injunction? An injunction is a temporary. Yes, an injunction is a temporary decision. Remember when Min Hee Jin won the injunction case, eventually she still got fired. So, so it's not like it's not a final thing, right? So yes, it's a temporary thing, and they did mention, as I showed you the statement that they released, that they're going to file for, they're going to appeal the decision, and that they are going to provide more evidence, and that there is a main case. Okay. Fire butterfly. The five mood statement, we're going to ignore it. Okay. Is there, for new jeans, would it be so bad to just go back? Do what you love and earn good money. It's not about music. They're not doing this not because of the music. It's because they want to work with Minija. And I think that they made very, very clear in their statement to the court. The two members emphasized it very, very clearly. They said New Jeans is 5 members. Sorry, 6 members. They said 6 members, and that sixth one is Min Hee Jin, and they said that they want to work with her. So I think that's very, very clear. So this is not about anything else. It's just that they want to work with Min Hee Jin, and they made it clear that it doesn't really matter whether the pieces of evidence that they are putting forward is valid or not. The point of it all is that they don't want to work with Adore. They want to work with Min Hee Jin. And so if Adore wants them back, they're going to have to get Min Hee Jin again. So they're pretty straightforward about that. Um, so they didn't leave any doubt. Yeah. So E-Clock said, I think the issue is not about music, but Min Hee Jin. Yes. Yeah. Okay. It truly sounds like a temper tantrum. I fault their parents as well. I've always said, like, I think in all of this, the main, you know, all adults actually failed them. That's how I feel. I think if they were just guided properly, not just Min Hee Jin, but their parents and even the executives of Hybe and of Adore, I think they failed the kids. I think if people saw the signs very early on, something could have been done. So yeah. Okay. Happy thoughts. uh, So is it temporary until the next court case, or does it have an end date? It doesn't have an end date, meaning it is they're going to appeal. Okay, so the girls are going to appeal the injunction. That's what they're saying. And they're also saying that there is a case, a bigger case, the main case that aims to establish the validity of the contract or invalidity of the contract. So essentially, this injunction is supposed to hold until that decision is made, but they said that they're going to appeal the injunction. Mayor Paul said, appealing an injunction isn't really a thing, as an injunction is a temporary action ahead of a more formal legal action, and those hearings are only weeks away. Can the court can sorry Can the court ordered psychiatric evaluation testing for brainwashing? So tomorrow, actually, I'm going to interview a psychiatrist and a psychologist. So if you guys have questions about these things, I posted his profile on my Patreon. So if you want to ask questions, please go to my Patreon and send me your questions. I will ask him about it. I'm also thinking, do you want me to do it live? I mean, just for the members of my Patreon community, of course, not for everybody. But so I'm going to interview him tomorrow. I'm supposed to interview him at two wait 1 o'clock. I want to say 1 o'clock or maybe 12. Maybe 12. I'm supposed to interview him at 12. And do you want me to do it live so you can ask questions? So this is actually some of the things that I will be asking him, but some of the Patreon community members already sent their questions, and I'll be asking him that. But he is such a good source person because it's not just a psychiatrist and a psychologist; it's also in the entertainment industry. He was the main psychologist for Jersey Shore. So, yeah. Okay. Yes, I'll do it live. Okay, I'll ask if he feels comfortable. I'll do live, so you guys can also ask your questions. So I have a set of questions. Some of the questions that I'll be asking him came from you guys already. So for those that have not sent in their questions, go to my Patreon. I posted his profile. Just comment with a question that you want me to ask him, and I will. Um, but yeah, does he work in Korea too? No, he does not. Does he work in Korea too? No, he does not. He sorry, well, sorry. Lee is asking, does he work in Korea too? He does not know. He works in Hollywood. In Hollywood, I am looking for a source person, a Korean source person. So E Clock said, Peach and Membrane, yes, yes. So okay, if he says yeah, he's comfortable, then I'll do it live so you guys can ask questions again as well live. Um, so the I'll if he says yes, it's just that I think I'm going to reserve the questions for after the set of questions that I already have. So yeah, does the win of injunction helps Adore for the main one? It helps. It helps because this sets a precedent, a big word that we always use in even in our past live stream. So in fact, in this injunction case, Adore actually used the previous injunction decision to their advantage. So just to recap, in the injunction case that Min Hee-jin filed against Hybe to stop Hybe from firing her, um, the court said that Hybe and Adore are two separate companies. That's why they asked Adore not to fire Min Hee-jin as the CEO of Adore. The court said he damaged Adore, but he didn't damage. Sorry, he damaged. She damaged Hybe. Sorry, so she damaged Hybe, but she didn't damage Adore. So you can't fire her as a CEO of Adore because there is no grounds. She did not harm Adore. Now, Adore and Hybe are two separate companies, and so they used that information, that piece that came from the court in here. So when they were talking about what how they addressed the bullying accusation, they said that Adore actually did its part, that they wrote to people and whatever, but they cannot impose to hide to fire somebody from Source Music because they are two separate companies. So it does help because they can use information from this case to the main case. Lollapalooza set list Twice is headlining. I know now I suddenly want to go watch it because of Twice. So, and also Cat's Eye is performing. So, just to confirm, there's like a fan war happening as to who's the very first Lollapalooza headliner, whether it was TXT or Stray Kids. It is Stray Kids by a month. So, Stray Kids headlined Lollapalooza Paris, and then TXT headlined Chicago. So Stray Kids actually came first, and then Stray Kids. Sorry, Stray Kids came first, and then TXT, and now Twice is going to be doing it. So Kiss of Life 2. Who isn't watching Lollapalooza? So this is Chicago. So I might be able to watch Lollapalooza Paris to watch J Hope. Um, and if things work out and if the scheduling actually works out, it's the same judge too, right? I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I may be wrong. I may be wrong. On a general and respectful note, this court ruling drowns the new Stray Kids release a bit too much. It drowns a lot of things. The only thing it doesn't drown is the release and the performances of Jay. I'm sorry, J Hope is resting. Is actually Jay on the stage right now. He's the one who's making a comeback. I don't know what J Hope is doing, but Jay is doing pretty well. So, but J Hope was the first K-pop act to headline Lollapalooza. Correct. And also the first soloist to headline any kind of sorry, first Asian native to headline any kind of big festival. Okay. Do you think the girls would be daring enough to appear perform at ComplexCon after the court's decision on the injunction, and what would be the consequences of that? I, if ComplexCon courses it through a door, then yeah, they can perform. I think they will. I think they will perform. It's just that they're going to have to course. A door has to sign the agreement and whatever, but it has to be through a door. Mona Lisa is a banger. I can't stop dancing to it. Jay is on another level. I'm telling you, it's Jay that's making a comeback. Jay Hope is resting. I don't know what he's doing, probably like having the time of his life, but this is Jay. That's performing right in front of us. Okay. Do you have anything else that you want to talk about? Dan Kim said, I have to say though that you look stunning in your. Is that your picture? You look stunning in your picture, Dan. They will perform. Adore is sending staff to support them. The question is new jeans or new NJZ. It has to be new jeans. Anybody who uses NJZ now is going to get sued. Um, fire. Okay. Sorry, I'm behind in the live, so my question will be out of sync. How can NJ statements say they haven't presented all of their side? Like, what are they waiting for? That's actually what Dan said. um, they have to issue a statement. They have to say something safe in order to reaffirm their stance, and of course they cannot admit guilt, or that they cannot admit that they're wrong. You don't do that in a court case that's still ongoing. So um I think it is the safest thing to say. That's the safest thing to say, that will reaffirm their stance that they don't want to go back and to work for a door. Because between now and then, the next hearing, it is most likely that they can present a new evidence. Now, whether or not that evidence is strong, admissible, if it's going to help them, that's another matter altogether. But they can get a new evidence. They can present a new evidence. They can collect and present a new evidence. They released a statement right now. Yes, we read it. We read it earlier. But yes, they did release the statement, and we read it earlier. 5 feet deep. They will. Correct. We've gone through that. Yes. So I read the entire statement earlier. Maybe you just joined, but I read the entire statement earlier. Yes. Grasping at straws evidence. Do we know where NJs are living? They left apartment from Hive. I don't know. I saw some people like decoding where they actually are rehearsing, because I think one of the girls actually posted something. I don't think that's safe for the girls, so I hope that we don't do that. Let's not invade their privacy. So when I think, now they have to, maybe they're gonna go back to Hype. I don't know what their plan is, but I hope that people don't like dox their address or whatever. But yes, so they said that they left the apartment. When is the next hearing set for? I think April 4. April 4, I think, is the next hearing. 4 or 14 or something like that. I guess Adore supporting the girls going forward is a sound business decision. It's a sound business decision, or it can also be like just covering their behind to make sure. The real question is, where is Mama Roach now? Her children just lost their court case. Yeah, I've always expected her to sort of lie low after this entire thing. She cannot, she can't show herself that she's involved in all of this, because um, it's going to, it's going to strengthen the case of Hyde if she gets herself involved in this one. It has to appear as if this is really the girls, just the 5 girls that are doing all of this. Okay. Miss Kim said, I'm purposely trying not to listen to Mona Lisa so I can have one surprise at the concert next week. It's hard. It's popping up everywhere. I didn't even try. I've already heard the entire thing. I mean, they've been posting it, so I didn't even try. Okay. ultimately, one reaps what one sows. Those girls will have a day of reckoning. Okay. Will they be able to sing their? Yes, they will be able to sing it if um, for as long as Adore actually agrees to it. This TXT Stray Kids decision about Lollapalooza should be stopped. They both headlined anyway. It was a month apart. So they probably, it was just I guess it just went down to scheduling who went first, right? A month apart by that time. I mean, you know. But yes, so it was just a month apart. The discussion was who paved the way for groups in Lollapalooza. And so Stray Kids were saying, oh, they were Stray Kids because they were, it doesn't matter. Both groups actually did great. So, Lindsay V, I wondered that too. It was a very prominent painting. Mona Lisa is popping up in my. Okay, so has everyone actually watched the concert already, or you're going to the next one? I work for Lola. So E-Clock said, I work for Lola. TXT is considered the first by Lollapalooza. Oh, why? Because I know that the date of Stray Kids came first by a month. Mama Roach is still waiting to act because Shaman is closed during the weekend. It's not at her guards down. She's gone. This this Shaman is still missing. Sai paved the way. No, he actually made the jungle even more. No. Okay, you watched the Soul concert. Oh, congratulations! Congratulations. The main Lola is the official OG of the festival. Okay. Kathy said Fairlane. Hopefully they don't get those cushy accommodations back. They probably expect it. Plus, all Adore Hive employees should wear buddy cams in proximity. Probably extended the life of saved files of the security camera. Maybe TXT signed contract first. Maybe. On Utopia, Lola Chicago is the original, is the origin after all. Wow, and three soul shows. So my goal for the comeback of OT7 is to get a suite in one of the stadiums or two of the stadiums that they'll be performing in. So I hope that happens. I'm sure it's going to be a bloodbath. It's going to be harder. And my hope is for the members to actually do a stadium tour as well, individual for their individual careers. So when that happens, I will do a suite as well so that we guys can meet, spend some time together. So yeah. Okay. So we're you're okay. So I said, oh my God, yes, they all need buddy cams around those girls. All their idols too. Honey might lie on them. Will we get any sleep when OT7 come back? I don't think we will. But that's fine. We're going to be the happiest, sleepless set of people. So I'm okay not sleeping. I mean, I'm looking forward as to who's actually going to break the 12-hour live stream of J Hope. Maybe Jungkook is going to try and do 24 hours, or maybe 1 week with Jungkook. How's that? Okay. Um, I thought TXT did Lola in 2022, Stray Kids in 2023. No, it's the same year. So the TXT performed first in Lola Paris, and then a month after that was TXT Lola Chicago. But what E-Clock is saying is that Lola Chicago is considered the main. That's why they considered TXT as the first headliner. So Fire Butterfly, Jungkook challenge accepted. 24 hours on cam. I won't be surprised if it's like, let's do 1 week. If we're gonna break a record, might as well really go all out. Okay. So, all right. Is there anything else that you want to discuss? TXT performed not as headliners in 2022. Okay. So, E Clock said TXT performed not as headliners in 2022. Okay. So, let's look at that. We're still in that, huh? Stray Kids, Lola. Okay. All right. So, they did perform in 2022. Doesn't say whether they are a headliner, but E Clock said that she works for Lola and that they consider TXT to be the first headliner because it is Chicago and Stray Kids actually didn't headline 2022. That's what she said. I don't know this information. So, hi, Pilar. I can finally catch your stream. We're actually about to end already. We're just chatting. We're done with all the news and all the information. Unless let me see if there's anything that new that popped up. But okay, let me see. Um, yeah, no, same news, nothing new. So some of the publications are just starting to publish the story and updates on the case, but essentially nothing new. Um, yeah, nothing new. Oh, here, this is good news though. I'm going to share this with you. Wait. So one of the things is that one of the possibilities is that who is probably going to drop out of Billboard Hot 100 because Playboy Cardi released an album with 30 songs. And um, so I'm a little bummed out about that because I wanted him to stay a little longer. But at least it's back to number one for US Spotify. So in his rightful place. So this is good news. I'm really looking for good news. So good news. You and Jin, can you make a heart? Can you make a heart? Don't spam. I'm going to put you on timeout. Okay, don't spam. All right. Okay. So good news. That would be epic if they can complete who would be the longest life, or if they do like one after the other, and then they do 7 days. Like for one day is going to be RM, and then and then the last one would be all of them together. So yeah. Okay, let me see if there's any other good news I can share with everybody. Oh, so even if no matter what happens to who, even if it gets dropped or whatever, I'm hoping that a miracle happened that he's still in Hot 100, but it has been an epic, epic 33 weeks for him. No radio support. He wasn't able to promote at all except for one performance in the US. And he still ended with 33 weeks. So an epic run, absolutely. So please don't stop streaming, even if he gets dropped in Billboard Hot 100. We don't know. Maybe he goes back. We don't know what's going to happen. Maybe somebody notices and somebody promotes for him, So please keep on streaming. And then, so if we can push Mona Lisa in Billboard Hot 100 next week, um, he is going to have Jahobi, J Hope. Jay is the one performing right now, but J Hope is going to have 7 entries in Billboard Hot 100. So he's actually going to tie Jungkook. So I hope we can push for Mona Lisa. Let's keep on streaming. Let's keep on pushing. Hopefully, I mean, if we can get him inside top 50, even better. Make this his highest charting song. So let's do that for J Hope. He's doing so much in this promotion, and I'm very very happy for him because he deserves all of it. So I hope that we can actually support him. So yeah. Okay. So I think that is it. Anything else? Oh, so SB19 is my favorite boy band from the Philippines. Anyone watching SB19 concerts in the US or Canada? So I want to watch. I just haven't bought my ticket. I don't know if there's going to be anything left by the time that I can buy. The reason is I might go to Europe during the time that they're actually here. So I'm hoping that I can at least catch the one in Temecula. I think they have one in Temecula. I might be able to watch that. If not, I might have to go to Hawaii, but I heard that's also sold out. I don't know what's going to happen, but if I can, I will watch it. Christine said, I saw your interview with the lawyer. Thank you very much. Very, very informative. Yes, thank you. Thank you for watching it. So the one for tomorrow, I might stream it live. It's going to be with um, a psychiatrist and a psychologist, but it's on. I will only be streaming it to my Patreon subscribers, and it will have to be YouTube unlisted. So you're gonna have to go to my Patreon in order to get the link. Okay. All right. So thank you everybody. Nick said, looks like I missed the majority of the live. We'll wait for the upload. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for being here. And thank you for bearing with me. As I've said, I'm not in my usual self. I'm feeling a little down, but I feel a little better now. So thank you for being here. Thank you for spending time with me. And I will see you. So tomorrow, I will, if he agrees to actually do it, to stream it live, I will. And then, yeah, thank you so much. And please stream Mona Lisa and the stream Who. Okay, bye.